Yeah, so one of the other pieces of news that caught my attention is the news about a new Star Wars trilogy in the works from X-Men producer Simon Kinberg. Why do they always announce things are going to be a trilogy? Why do they always have to announce a trilogy? Because wasn't the dude, what was the guy, Rian Johnson, that directed The Last Jedi, immediately announces that he's going to be directing his own trilogy? And when was The Last Jedi? That was like 8 years ago now.
Thank God. That's
yeah. So like they keep announcing things. Apparently, the movie they announced like at the beginning of the year that was going to be a Rey Skywalker standalone film. Apparently, they've got absolutely nowhere with it.
Cancelled.
Is it cancelled now? Is it actually cancelled?
Yeah. Because like the whole project, I think, was the launch of Acolyte was the thing that's gonna like make the whole thing possible, but like Acolyte failed so phenomenally. They're like, okay, no.
It's just crazy. Why do you need to keep it? Okay, hang on. I'm trying to find out the everything we know about Daisy Ridley's new Star Wars movie, but this is Yahoo Movies, so this is probably very outdated.
Jesus Christ!
But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's cancelled. It's definitely in trouble. Development hell.
I do not think it's gonna.
What's that, Dev?
Okay, so I just looked up information about the new trilogy. Apparently, it's not about the Skywalkers.
Then fuck you.
Yeah, well, like, does it have to be though? Because when you think about the most recent trilogy, episodes 7, 8, 9, it turns out that wasn't about Skywalkers either.
Yeah,
as much as they
didn't do well.
Trilogy,
that's why it didn't do well.
It made you think it was.
So literally, yeah, number 7, it brings in Skywalker just to stand there at the end and do nothing. In the next one, it kills him after he drinks green tit milk. And then in the last one, Rise of Skywalker, it turns out she's not even a Skywalker and she just steals his name for no reason.
Yeah.
Because she met him in
he's like,
where he drank.
My name is Rey Mysterio.
Yeah. Oh, my
God. I do think there's also the Darth Revan with the game stuff. I think that they can pull that off. I think, although I don't know.
Okay, with the mainline stuff, you need Skywalker for the mainline movies and stuff.
I mean, I'm for the Skywalker because that's the lore I know.
Okay, so let's explore that idea for a second. Assuming like 9 was like the end of that whole saga, which in a sense it isn't because Rey's just there and she's finally become a Skywalker, so it's like, well, now aren't you going to do a story? So that could be how it continues.
She's Palpatine's daughter.
I know, it makes no sense. It's crazy, right?
What's more crazier? She's a Skywalker or that old frizzled up dark side robe guy banged and created a daughter?
Yeah. Oh, do you know, one second, like we can get onto that. So if they're just like when they did The Mandalorian, and if people like this is really good, if they'd just announced that they're going to like do 2 seasons of The Mandalorian and the next thing is going to be The Mandalorian and Grogu movie, I think they could have done that, which they've announced and apparently is still happening. They could have done that, and then they could have made a sequel. And if the first one was good, they could have then said we're making 2 more, and that would have been fine. And it wouldn't necessarily have had to have Skywalker in it, although in Mandalorian they then did bring in Skywalker, obviously. And then so was he in? He was in Mandalorian season 2, and then the Book of Boba Fett. So you can't get away from it.
But like even that, right? You can see how like everyone lost their brains when Luke Skywalker bashed some robots and he was making an entrance. Everyone lost their minds. That clip has been replayed on YouTube for like millions and stuff. So you know what works. Use that.
Yeah, use the Force. Basically, Dev.
We just need so based on the end of Rogue One, we just need 3 movies of Darth Vader just like annihilating the Jedi throughout the multiverse.
Yes.
I would say don't do multiverse with Star Wars.
No,
they
not
don't
multiverse,
know how to
sorry,
do
universe.
No
Okay,
multiverse.
yeah.
It's a prequel.
No
It's just a prequel.
multiverses. Yeah.
It's
So
just a
basically,
prequel.
you know how they said, "Oh, Darth Vader is the scariest Sith who killed all the Jedi," for him killing all the Jedi.
Do you know one of the things that's so sad about what they did with 7, 8, 9 is when it turned out, like when you saw these characters growing up, and you watch like 4, 5, 6, and so by the time any of us were young, 4, 5, 6 were things, and then they put the prequels out there. Which Cap, I guess, did you see any of the prequel? You grew up just slightly after they'd even emerged, right?
Thank God I did not see the prequels. I saw the Clone Wars series, because if I had seen the prequels, I would have been like, nope.
Okay, but my point is, because they did the originals and then they did prequels, when they did sequels, and it's however many years later, like 10 years after they wrapped up the prequels, it's like we want to see where these characters are now. And to be honest, we want to feel that there's been good things happen for them. But literally, they were like Leia and Han. They've sort of split up and they hate each other. They've got one child, which, when you think about it, like having children, it's like it's the legacy that these characters have meant something. And then
he was a senior psychopath.
And he's a psychopath that kills him. Like, honestly, Harrison Ford, when I then go to film Dial of Destiny, and they're like, wait, now my other son is dead. It's like his characters just get terrible endings. His son kills him in one, and his son is dead in his other franchise. And it's like, okay, so things haven't gone as ideally as you'd like for Princess Leia and Han. They won at the end of episode 6, but they didn't get a happily ever after. How's Luke doing? Oh, he's a recluse. That just sending an image of himself via Skype is enough to make him.
He tried to kill his own nephew because he had a bad dream.
Yeah, oh my god, exactly. And so then the descendant of the worst person in the universe, Palpatine, has now stolen Luke's name, and they're all dead. And obviously, we don't know what the original plan for Princess Leia was. She died in real life, and so then they just had her die in this. She just evaporated as well. And it's like, wait, everything we liked from the originals, you've just destroyed. All they needed to do was keep them intact, and we'd have been happy. Go on, Dev.
Two things. First of all, now we know how Red Hulk's going to transform. His son's going to die.
Yes.
Who?
Who?
Red Hulk. Oh, hang on. No, wait. He doesn't have a son. He's got a daughter. That's Betty's dad. So General Ross's daughter is Hulk's woman.
Yeah, if she dies, that's how we get Red Hulk.
Oh my god, they're going to kill Liv Tyler.
Harrison Ford's kids always die in movies.
Yeah.
And the second thing is, the best way to do it would be, like, have Rey in the movie and have bloody Ben, or whatever his name is, Darth Emo, like,
Isn't he
Han's
dead?
kid.
Isn't he dead?
Like, resurrect him for some reason. And have him get trained
Don't
by...
resurrect him, just resurrects...
They can force heal, so they can do it. They can do it.
Okay, would you rather pay him? So would you rather pay Harrison Ford or the other guy? Who'd be cheaper?
Oh, they're Disney. They don't need who's cheaper.
They're Disney, yes they do. They're tight.
But they don't need to be.
They got $2 billion from Deadpool and Inside Out 2. They're not fine, at least for 5 years.
They're fine to hire Harrison Ford.
But Harrison Ford doesn't want to do it. Harrison Ford hated it.
Yeah. Well, who can blame him?